some of the brand in the local industry, the franchising, the past few years, they are doing very well. But with this pandemic, I think everyone got to change already. And you see, my company, Nelson Franchise, we are also in the process of changing, not just depend solely on franchising. You know, we have to change to another channel, the online, and also the direct supply to the supermarket, hypermarket, and retail outlets in the condominium. And this is one way of survival, you know. But not forgetting franchising, since it's also one of our strong point. Our main have been in the business for the last 35 years, you know. So I always believe franchising is one of the ways for expansion, since there's not much cash in the market now. In fact, even the franchisors also having some challenging time in the raising fund to manage to expand in the coming months, you know. But we look at this. The last 2 months I was at home and doing a lot of soul searching, you know, while walking around in my house where I don't go out at all. Okay? And I find some ideas, you know, so how to change. Well, with the support from my son, you know, who's introducing the online concept, and also the direct consumer marketing to the hypermarket, supermarket, and the convenience stores. And on my side, I just say, why can't, since we are in the franchising, I'm in the franchise for so many years, you know, and I believe this system still can work, because although we are having this challenging time, we can use this another way, you know. We can no longer we have to ask those franchisee, you know, to put in a lot of money into the concept. We have to relook into our franchising system now. No longer you got to ask the franchisee person to come in 1 million or $500,000, that kind of investment to operate. You have to come up to scale down the operation. Like a lot of the panel speakers say, cost down. We have to cost down. It's time to cost down the operation cost for the franchising to cut down the setup costs. Yeah, and because the good time are not there. It's the next I foresee the next 9 months to a year, 1 year at least. It's very challenging time. So we have to cost down and to attract more people to come into your franchise system, because this franchise, you don't have to use your capital to go and expand, but you cannot invite franchisee to spend a lot of money, invest a big sum of money into the franchise, whereby the market demand is going to suffer for the next. It's going to suffer the next 1 year. You know? So I think the opportunity is still there when this crisis is there. So I was thinking into myself for my franchise system also. I'm going to reduce a very low franchise fees to go in, maybe about a token sum of $1,500 to $2,000. Yeah? And the setup cost to be bring down to $35,000 or $30,000, you know, to make them affordable. Because I see when this crisis, there are many malls. There are many malls going to have a lot of rental opportunity for us. The renter, they have to consider. I think they are also know that a lot of tenants are asking for rental reduction. You know? So I see this is a trend, but then you must take this opportunity, where also by there will be a lot of layout, a lot of staff going to lose a job in the market. So with this, where they cannot find a good job anymore in the market, so they may have consider going to a small business or franchise business, whereby a franchise business require a hands-on operator, and this is a time that they must hands-on into the operation with the support, with a small team of staff to assist him in the operation, he or him on the operation. And I'm sure this small capital setup will be useful for the next 2 years for franchising. You know? So I personally feel the crisis like this is an opportunity for us also. Even for franchise companies, so we have to change our format. We cannot say, oh, we have to charge a high 50,000 franchise fees, you know, 100,000 franchise fees, and ask them to invest $500,000 to $1 million setup cost. I don't think there's any more good time like this for the next 1 to 2 years. Okay? And this is my thought on sharing. And we are in the process of rolling out a new franchise system. And I hope this idea of cost down, bringing down the franchise fees, lower down the royalty, and then and getting franchisee to come in to set up a store, to set up a business for you, and also in a way for you expand to for you to move on from the franchisor to move on the products in the market. Yeah, if not, I think not easy to get franchisee into the business, especially if you still think that people were going to come invest with $500,000 or $1 million kind of franchise. And this is so when I was in a few years ago, 2 years ago, when I saw this franchisor who always asked for $1 million investment, that look at today now. I don't think so. They are going to stop. They are going to continue operation, because there's no return, and because they require a lot of manpower to manage the franchise system. It will not be the trend for the next 2 years. Last time, this is my my sharing on this franchise system. And also another way, maybe JV, some of the outlets we have, or some of the franchise store own outlet, it's time to list out the outlet to maybe your staff, like say, rather than retrench them or give list to them and ask them to take over the operation, and then negotiate with the landlord to reduce the rental. And when I'm sure when the staff is running the show on their own, in hands-on on it, I think the effect is better than you employ the staff to run for your own outlet in your company operation outlet. Yes, that's my hope. Can help give this idea can influence some of your existing business owner or retail owner to go into thinking of joint venture or bring down your setup cost lower, and encourage more people to come and using their capital, small living capital, to come and expand the business, rather than the franchisor have to come up with the company-owned outlet concept. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sri Nelson. Yeah, exactly. Very good point. In fact, over the few years that we have gone to Taiwan for franchise shows and all that, a lot of Taiwanese franchisors are also working along that line in actually costing down to make sure that the franchisees survive, because their viability is our business